Hello, everybody. My name is Lenore Von Stein, and this is The Facts. I'm here tonight with Beth Griffith, Bern Nix, and Andrew Bolotowski, and we're beginning a series within the series, The Facts, about I'm trying to figure out why I lie. I don't lie as much as I used to. I used to lie a lot when I was, there were periods of time in my life when I lied a lot. And so this is not a confession, it is an analysis. I'm trying to understand what precipitates these lies, why I want to dress up as somebody else. Is it just fun? Or you know, as a child, this was mandatory to get through the day. Dreaming, putting myself in someplace else than that place I was. Let's try Marianne's clothes. Hit it. We should try that again. But before we try, I just want to remind you, remember this was written, a piece, a much longer piece about Marianne Measles, a young woman who was killed in 1997 in Litchfield, Connecticut, and a 13-year-old woman, young girl, who was killed by 7 people. And this was, I spent a lot of time working on this piece, thinking about all the characters in it, her and the people who killed her. And so this is a piece about Marianne, 13-year-old Marianne, jaunty, angry, happy, confused, excited, Marianne walking down the street and picking out clothes. And I remember when I had a friend at one time. This will really date me, but everything dates me. I had a friend at one time who, and I don't mind that really, you know, what the hell. I had a friend who used to sew her, Georgia Brewer, she sewed herself into her pants. And she showed me how she, you know, I can still remember her on the bed with, you know, and so that kind of fun. So let's hear Marianne's clothes again.
And I think we made that up, and where Bern wasn't there, that where Andrew's leading in with
okay.
Yeah. I forgot that too.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So let's hear your cue. Let's hear your cue.
You're going to hear the cue. Here we go.
My
was a little more better. Any problems with that we should look at?
Emotionally honest.
Emotionally honest. Today I heard a guy say on TV that when the United States leaves Iraq, and the United States has built the biggest base in the world, biggest embassy in the world in Iraq, in Baghdad, and the United States is leaving 16,000 people there to man the embassy, the American embassy in Iraq. And I don't know if that includes the 5,000 that they're leaving as trainers for the Iraqi army. And half of the people that they're leaving are private contractors. And this guy, the guy who was talking about it, juxtaposed that with the average number of people that Americans have at an embassy in a country the size of Iraq is 100 to 150. I have a really hard time watching the news. Not because such bad things are happening, but because so much of it isn't being told to us. How do these twistings and turnings of people, in my time, how do these self-serving, close to the vest portraits of reality, how do they organize my perceptions? How do they circumscribe my thinking, correct my nerves, redirect my eyes? What do I believe, and why do I believe it?
Twist and turn.
Let's try mumbling. Mumbling is about mumbling, which seems a good thing to do some of the time. When you're in, it's better than saying something that's completely untrue, right? I mean, if the alternative, do I mumble or do you like working here? Yep, sure, I really. Is it I don't know. You know what I'm saying. Okay, so do you want me to count this off, or I don't even know if I have it. Oh, yeah, I have it. Do you want me to count? It's in 3/4 time. Want me to count it off all the way through? Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Around here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Problem areas? Were there problem areas?
Can we do the last 24?
Okay. 3 for nothing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 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 okay. So,
But did you have to mumble a lot in one of your jobs recently? Where did this come from?
I think they accused me of mumbling, but I don't think I was. I thought I wasn't, That's the other problem, I thought it was crystal clear. Sometimes people say they don't understand you when actually what it means is that they understand you only too well. They don't want to hear it. Like this, like God and all, like issue of control, the issue of, that's, I'm afraid to say it, but isn't that what so much of this, all these ideas people have about how let me just get some control. Oh, well, somebody's watching over me. They've got the controls, and they're going to take care of business for me. So okay, okay, I'm covered. You do that. I thought, who has the last word? I think there's this interesting time as I remember my childhood, which is really far away, but this interesting time around 3 or 4 when you're really becoming yourself well, you've become yourself all the way through, but it becomes you have more and more clashes with the powers that be around you, your parents at that point, and you're not this so much a cute little thing anymore. And I think as I climbed out of my childhood, somewhere in there, this starts this curve of removing myself from who I am, and I was doing that, I think, in order to defend myself and to find ways to live in the situation that I was living in. I made these. The fantasies were made to compensate. And that must happen to everyone, no? calling this thing disentangling the surface. I think like it's like the surface of me is covered with this mask of, you know, this grill work mask that I need to get these parts apart that are, you know, and they're cross-referenced with each other, so you have to take them all apart to find the person that's actually there. It's the river and the river's neighbors, the river's friends. For the last thing, let's try A.J. Walter. So you heard a little about Marianne. This is one of the people that ended her life quite cruelly. What do we got here? I saw it there before, Bern.
No, it's here, it's here, it's here. It's,
Mhm.
it's all here.
Okay, you got it? Everybody got it?
I have it.
Yeah.
There's a
Okay.
cue.
What's your cue?
My cue is bar 22.
Oh.
No, I shouldn't
Yes,
say
it
that.
is.
Yes, it is.
Okay, Bern, I
And
don't know if you were here
furthermore,
for us
we
figuring
do
out
it-
this
I do
cue.
it twice, and furthermore, I have to remember that I brought enough F sharps uptown,
You do-
lower Manhattan.
Bar 22 twice.
Bar 22 without the
The-
final eighth note
Then.
in both cases.
So as we come out of improvisation, since we've been working on this for quite a while, we come out of improvisation straight into the tune, and so but we still have to set the tempo. So one of the musicians has the job of setting the cue. We set the cue, we decide what the cue is, and then we practice it so that we can remember this. Why don't you do that?
Don't tell people about it, or they'll all be wanting their cues too.
Can you
They'll
try it, please?
They'll
Yeah.
be writing it.
I was tell him what it was. For he would have thought I was nuts. Maybe that was a mistake. If I told him what it was for, maybe he would have talked me out of it. He would have asked me what for. You're going to do something like that for.
I went to a meeting, a political meeting. It was an upsetting meeting though, and in my mind I went into one of these fantasies in my mind wandered, and I thought about it later. What was at the meeting? Well, what was at the meeting was there was supposed to be a talk by an eminent speaker, but I left after an hour and a half because it didn't happen, and the hostess was drunk. The host was oblivious. Maybe there was a guy who was an undercover cop in the room, and the section of town was very, and so I didn't want to be there, and I took my way. I took my body out and my mind out. When I don't have to prove myself, of course, I'm much better. I mean, because often I'm in situations where I have to prove myself, where people I'm talking to, for some reason or another, are hostile. And it may not even be personal, personally hostile, and when I'm not hitting that constantly, who do you think you are kind of wall,
Good